Hey guys. Oh, now I'm actually. Can you hear me? Whoever is here, if there's people here already, can you hear me? Because I just realized I have my headphones. I have my headphones on. But if you can hear me with the headphones, then we're fine, of course. Hey guys. Let me know. At least the sound that it looks like it's moving. Hey. Can you hear me okay? I can hear you. Okay, perfect. Well, then this is great. Um, not that that's really going to change anything because I'm not going to hear anything from you guys, but I can see you who is still hungover. Yeah, I was like, this is maybe a risky type of or risky day of year to do a live. But I'm like, maybe some people are um, already home and bored after New Year's celebrations. Hey guys. Um, First time this time, yeah, lol. Last time I did a live on Patreon, which was my first live on Patreon. I went on and on for about 25 minutes, and these guys were just waiting there patiently because they couldn't hear or see me at all. I just kept talking and talking. So now I'm like, I need to start with making sure that they can see me and hear me. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. Thanks for being here. It's fun that people are tuning in. Was your New Year's good? Or have we covered from or recovered from Pluribus finale yet? I feel like it just happened to me because I filmed it so late and I only posted my video yesterday. But for you guys, it's been like a week, right? Um okay. I feel like I have so many thoughts about the finale. Even the last two episodes because um yeah, because I watched them in the same day. So to me, it feels like just one giant episode. Chelsea is saying I'm planning to rewatch the whole season in some time. Yes, that's a great idea. I think we all should do that. Um, I haven't recovered. Yeah, I can't wait. I think for me, when I watch it for the first time and I film it, in some way, like it's good to watch it and film it because then I think I focus on, or maybe not focus on different kinds of things, but I ponder more. I stop and process throughout the video, I think, a lot more than if I would just watch it myself or just at home with my wife or something. Um, and then I edit as well. So I see it a couple times. But I do definitely want to do one round when I don't film myself and I don't edit. I just watch the show. Um, and I really like the show because the pace is so slow and calm. So I feel like when I'm filming myself, I'm like trying to think all the time. Like, what does this mean? What do I think about this? Because if I would just sit and watch it, I think it would be a very, well, you guys can say if it's this. It's kind of like a very chill experience. Of course, crazy stuff happens, but a lot of the time we're taking a lot of time to move from one place to another, and between scenes and stuff. Helps bouncing ideas around while watching too. Yeah. And then I do like to, when I have posted my video or when I've filmed it, sometimes I watch them before I post. If I have time, like other people's reactions too. It's like a comfort show for me. Yes. Well, there we go. Great. I love that. Um. 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 Sorry, I'm just looking at the open a Q&A. I can do polls and stuff here in the live. Okay. I need to do like another test live here and try like how to make the polls and stuff. So I could actually smoothly do that while doing the live. Because now I feel like if I start doing that, it's gonna be here quietly for a while. Every Vince Gilligan show is a comfort show, even the dark ones. I can't wait. I really cannot wait for. I don't know why I would have the headphones on. Then I just talk louder. Yeah, I can't wait for Breaking Bad and for Better Call Saul. I think I'm more excited for Better Call Saul because I have something to look forward that I know that Ray's in it. So I have that to look forward to. How many seasons is Breaking Bad? I'm excited to see that too, but I feel like that is more like I know it's good. I know it's long. Yeah, so we'll see. It's gonna take a while to get to Better Call Saul. 10 seasons total with both shows. Yeah. It's gonna take a while. But I'm excited to get into it. This show, it's like I don't know what I expected. I think my idea of Breaking Bad has been very different to what this show is. I don't know how different Breaking Bad is to Pluribus, but when I started watching this show, I was like, and knew that it's from Vince. I was like, oh, this is not at all what I expected from the creator of Breaking Bad. Yeah. So I think I'm like, because of watching Pluribus now, even more excited to see Breaking Bad. I know the relationship wasn't okay and not fair to real Shosa, but the ending was heartbreaking. I know that, yeah. Yeah, because it's so like it's a concept that is very hard for us, I think, to like even wrap our heads around and understand what does that even mean? What would that feel like? That all the people in the world, or pretty much all the people in the world, are connected to each other, and then I don't know which is like, I don't know if it even matters if it's like they all pretend they love you. This is all just an act, or that they do actually love you, but then it means that all of them, or like, it's all just so. I don't know how Carol does it. I don't know what I would do in this situation. And then when we watch it as just us in the time where we live now without any alien invasion or viruses like this, and we just watch it like, oh, but, or in some level, even though we understand it's the hive, but still we watch it as this is Carol and Joseph. It is the looks on both of their faces when they come on the helicopter and Josa is looking at her when she leaves, and then Carol's face when Josa takes off and she stays there alone and looks. I'm like, this is terrible. Now she's alone again. I mean, not alone again. She has Manusas, her new bestie. They go fast. Yeah, the 10 seasons of Breaking Bad. When I think of Breaking Bad, I always think of the BB, and then BB just makes me think of Big Brother. So I every time almost say Big Brother, which is terrible. Yeah, but Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul together. I'm sure watching it goes by fast. I am wondering, watching it filming it and editing it, how long it's gonna take. But I'm here for it. That's what I'm here to do. And I love when I know that I have shows that are good that I haven't seen yet. I love that feeling that I have things that when and if I get bored, I could just start that show and I know it's amazing. I already know it's good. So even if it's not exactly my the perfectly curated for me, the type of shows and the themes and the actors and everything, which I kind of feel like Pluribus is in many ways kind of perfect for me because I love uh like post-apocalyptic stuff, but then I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I don't mind, but I'm not a huge fan of then like alien invasion and like super actiony and stuff like this. So I feel like this Pluribus in many ways is like tailored for me. So I really love it. But then other shows that I haven't seen that I know are good, even if they're not tailored for me, like I'm guessing Breaking Bad, for example, is not. Uh, but because I know it's good quality, good writing, I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. I can't wait to watch it. 62 episodes and 63 episodes. Oh, they are like exactly the same then. That's quite rare too, that you do one show and it does very well and then you do a spin-off kind of, or a prequel, or what would you call that? And it is as successful as the first one. Again, a great sign. All right, there's so much memorable imagery in this show. The most memorable being the opening sequence of episode 9. Yes, we're talking about Pluribus now. Episode 9 is this last episode. Yes, the beginning with Kusimayu in Peru. Do you mean that? I know. It's so beautiful. I mean, the scene is kind of, in many ways, I think the most terrifying scene of the show. Well, maybe the first episode when everything starts happening. That's quite terrifying. But to see how cold the hive, or like it's very clear that it's all just theater, and they stop all the singing and everything stops when she turns, and then they just leave the village, or like it's such a, I don't know, it just feels so cold. Looks beautiful though. I'm trying to think my favorite shots. Maybe shots exactly is not what you were meaning by imagery, but when I think of like what is my favorite shot from the show, first one that I think of is when Carol is when she's figuring out the milk thing. I think the episode is called "Got Milk," and she opens up the trash, and she's like this with the yellow lid. I don't know, that like that's the one picture. Maybe also because of the yellow. But when I think of this show, I think of that, her looking at the milk in the trash. Yeah. Everything Vince does is very philosophically thought-provoking. I know this show has been so, I almost have a feeling that like I'm not in that level, like I'm not deep enough. My brain doesn't get to a level where I can fully appreciate this. I feel like I really can appreciate it, but I'm sure for people who understand like psychology better, for example, I would think this is even like better than what it is for me. They love us, but they don't love like we do. Way different definition. It is very different, yes. Yeah, they do love, but it is just very different. They just love everyone equally. So then it's this whole question of like, is it then love? Like, what is love? If you love everyone the same, then no one loves another person because of their like unique thing, or because of them. They just love them because they love everyone. So is it, or like, but yes, I know. it is complicated. The cinematography is what you will find in common between Big Brother, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and Pluribus. Plot-wise, they're quite different, but all are masterpieces. Yeah, that's what I would figure. I'm very happy to hear that the cinematography, or happy to know that the cinematography is something that is very important to Vince. And now seeing this, I'm like, I'm so ready. When did Breaking Bad come out? Like, what year are we talking? Can you see a difference that, like, now this show came out this year and then that came out like probably 10 years ago or something, or way more maybe? Uh, like, can you see it in the show that it's older in the cinematography, for example? Are you planning to watch Dark? I am planning to watch Dark. Has everyone seen Dark? You really should see Dark. You should watch it with me. My wife keeps telling me, like, I feel a little bad. I could watch it with her. But I've heard things about it, and I, like, for example, one thing that I will need to do is that um she said that everyone who has she's seen a lot of reaction videos to when it was coming out on Netflix, that people who make videos to it, and even people probably who don't, have to have like a notebook where they are drawing like the family tree kind of, or like that you understand the characters and the different levels, because there's like time traveling and stuff. I'm like, already just that. I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm ready with my notebook. Like, let's go. My plan is that now I've been doing Severance, Pluribus, and Fallout. That now that Pluribus is done, Severance I filmed today, the last 2 episodes. I almost forgot about that because we went to my mom's then after that. So now it's been a break since I watched them, but holy shit, I watched the last 2 episodes of Severance. So now that those 2 are done, then when I get Severance on the YouTubes, then I will start Dark and keep going with Fallout. Try to go as fast as I can with Fallout. And then when I'm done with Fallout, then I will go into Breaking Bad. So that's my plan. Yeah. You should also check out Three Body Problem. Yes, were you the one who, like, a couple people have been suggesting that to me, and I really want to see it. It looks cool. Again, like sci-fi-ish, but not necessarily like. Or it's been a while since I've seen the trailer, but it's not like there's not like aliens and action and stuff like that, right? It's more like science-y. Yes, and that's a shorter show too. I think that's just 1 season, right? So that is on my list. I think after I'm done with, because after Fallout will be Breaking Bad, and that will take years for that, and Better Call Saul probably. But then when I'm done with Dark, there's 3 seasons of Dark, I believe. Then I will do a poll and ask for, like, you guys can decide what I watch next. Three Body Problem I want to have in that poll. Breaking Bad is tailored for everyone who is human, or anyone who is human. It is an in-depth examination of how people can go bad one moment at a time till they become something they never thought they would. That sounds a little bit like Fallout too. The whole, like, you need to become a whole different kind of animal to survive up here. But yes, very, very, very interesting. And I love Bryan Cranston. So I think I'm good. But I don't it's not similar in that way to Pluribus, right? That like because in Pluribus we have a lot of Carol. A lot of Carol, which I love. But is Breaking Bad like that as well? Or is it more like there's ensemble and more cast members on all the time? Why do both Severance and Pluribus have goats? This is an actually excellent question. It's true. What are the goats? What are the goats in Severance? We still don't know about the goats. Um, yeah, this goat scene was a little sad. They just left a little goat there. That's great for no one. Vince Gilligan loves strange camera angles. Yeah, I love them too, and I love him for loving them. I hope Ricey Horn gets all the awards that are long overdue. I'm so happy that she's nominated, and the show is nominated, and why do I feel like they had 3 nominations for Globes? I'm so happy for her. And I think she has great chances to win because also, I mean, not that they necessarily base it just on that, but because she's on the screen so much, because then she's in the same category with, for example, my God, I'm blanking. Britt Lauer, who plays Hilly in Severance, who it's not like she's not on screen a lot, but she's definitely like in a whole another league with how much Ray is on screen in Pluribus. So we're hoping because she's so fantastic. I really, really hope that she wins. Because Britt got the Emmy already, right? So she's good. She doesn't need the Globe. And then Ray can get the Emmy next year. Or this year. Now it's this year. Happy New Year. It's not for snooty individuals. It's high ideas for common people. Like John Steinbeck. Do I know who's John Steinbeck? Yeah, it's true. I've seen a lot of people commenting about Pluribus and being very, I don't know, very hateful towards it, which is weird. I'm like, I just don't get the concept of why do you watch a show, spend your time watching it, and then spend your time going online and like trashing it. I'm like, don't watch it then if you don't like. I just don't understand it. And then I feel like a lot of people misunderstand. I'm not saying that I completely understand Carol, but then a lot of people like really hate on her and how annoying she is and whatever. I'm like, okay, well, don't watch it then because it's a lot of her. So, yeah. No Severance spoilers, please. I haven't watched it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but oh my god. You should watch it. I really recommend it. I think if you like Pluribus, I think Severance is a great one to watch now that Pluribus is over. Fun fact, in the first episode of Severance, there is a mention of a former employee called Carol. That's true. That's true. Wasn't it whoever was there before Petey or before Dylan or before Mark? I don't know. Before someone. There was the fourth one was called Carol. That's true. I'm like, can we connect it somehow? I don't think so. That's true. Yeah, and the goats too. It's based on the Chinese. Okay, this is the 3-body problem. It's based on a Chinese book trilogy, which is the best sci-fi I've ever read. Oh, that's awesome. I love it when they like Game of Thrones is something that I have not seen. I know things about it. I've seen like stuff online, but I have not watched the show. With shows like that and this 3-body problem, for example, that are based on books, I think I feel even worse watching it when I have not read the books. If I'm already a little like, I'm not sure if I understand everything. And then if there's this whole backstory of like But then there wouldn't be any sense filming myself reacting to the show if I read the books already. Um, uh, yeah, but yeah, that's cool. I really want to see it, and I love the fact that it's a Chinese book trilogy. I have nothing against American industry making movies and shows and everything. I've watched American things my whole life, but the sorry, the fact that we do get good quality shows from outside of the states is very exciting for me. I mean, I don't know if this production is American. The Three Body Problem, and then Dark, for example, is German and stuff like. So I'm excited um, for them, not only because they are not American, but I think that helps. It makes it feel more unique in some ways. Three Body scares me because the showrunners have a record of dropping the ball in later seasons. Is the Three Body Problem gonna have more seasons? Do we know that? Breaking Bad has wide cast and relatively equal screen times between characters. Yeah, that's the thought I had too, that it would be more like that compared to Pluribus, which is very Carol heavy, which is great. Ray was so good in Better Call Saul. I remember there's a scene of her and Saul Goodman smoking in a prison, and it was a brilliant shot in black and white. Oh, cool. It's gonna take me years to get there, guys. Oh, well, maybe not years, but it's gonna take a long time if it's like 62 and 63 episodes. If I would do like 2 episodes a week, if I would be able to do that. Well, still it would take a long time. It was the most telling about exactly how the joint actually love. With the goat? Or the... Yeah. This is always my problem doing lives. I used to do lives a lot more when I was doing my first stretch of YouTubing like 5 years ago, and then I did a lot of lives on Instagram. And this is always my problem: the comments. I mean, I guess that's everyone's problem, because it's impossible for me to be talking English and at the same time be reading English comments and try to keep up. I need to like stop and read. No spoilers for Tiia. For the prison scene, you mean? I understand and I agree, but I also, well, maybe it's a dangerous thing to say, that I also don't mind spoilers. Of course, it then affects if I'm gonna film myself reacting to it. Of course, it affects it, especially if there are spoilers that are very, I don't know, big spoilers. Like, for example, knowing that Ray's character Kim is going to be in prison at one point. I like, when you think of that show and the type of show that is, or that I'm imagining it to be, that's not. I'm surprised if she's not in prison the whole show. Like, but I understand. Yes, of course. But for me, like, I'm always the one who spoils things for people by accident because I just get excited talking about stuff. And then when people spoil stuff to me, I'm like, if the spoiler sounds good, like in this case, for example, the fact that they're going to be in prison or she's going to be in prison or whatever, I'm like, why? I want to see it now. Now I want to see her in prison. What is she going to look like in her prison jumpsuit? What is, like then my head starts going like, no, now I want to see it. But yes, I don't want too many spoilers. Thanks, guys. Britt and Ray are going to be in a film called Sender. Oh, yeah. I saw one clip of them on the red carpet. I think it was some kind of Golden Globes event that happened some time ago, some weeks ago. or maybe a week ago. I don't know what is time. That Brit was doing an interview, and then Ray just like came and like kissed her cheek from behind, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, 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 like we did a movie together this year." I'm like, "What? What movie?" But of course, if they made it this year, it's not out yet. So Sender is the movie. Fantastic. I cannot wait to watch that as well. Even if it's a crap movie, which I don't think it probably is. But the fact that the both of them are in it, I'm here for it. People idolize Vince Gilligan for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and if there is one thing that the masses love, is to eat their heroes when they are done with them. Ah, yeah. I I do love Vince. I've seen some interviews mm, with him, and I just think he seems so sweet and nice and smart and like a very kind person and someone who everyone likes to work with, which I really love. Um, Hi T, I love your Pluribus reactions. Thank you. I love the show. I can't wait that now. Do we know how long we need to wait for season 2? I don't think I've seen that anywhere. Or I'm like, do I know that? But thank you. I'm really glad you like the videos. It's really fun making them. There's a Chinese version of Three Body Brawl, like a show, Chinese version of it. The Game of Thrones books are really good. I believe you. I'm just such a bad reader. Like I'm really like focus doesn't. I just can't, or not that I can't. I have read books. But it's hard for me to focus for that long. So much easier for me to watch stuff, and not get bored. But with reading, my mind just starts going. But I would love to watch Game of Thrones at some point. Have you seen The 100? In season 3 of The 100, there is a similar concept to the hive mind where people were connected to one cloud drive or digital word by AI. Yes, I have seen The 100. I don't think I ever finished it. I think at some point I started losing interest. Season 4, would I have seen season 4? Because that doesn't ring any bell for me. The cloud drive situation. But yeah, I have watched some of it. Or like, how many seasons were there? I've seen maybe then 3 seasons or something, if that's in season 4. But it's a cool concept. It's like, did it work? Did the hive mind, the cloud drive, work in a similar way than it does now in Pluribus? Because I think it's a very interesting concept. I will be done with both of the shows by the time Pluribus season 2 comes out. That's so true. That sounds terrible too, because that means it's gonna be a while for Pluribus. Yeah, na. It's not a spoiler to know that she was arrested for a speeding ticket and immediately released. Yeah, it was just minor mid-season spoiler, nothing major. A 5-minute gig, great. Brit and Natalie's actress from Severance also had one movie together after Severance. Really? This is my problem when I have now gone back to the making the videos, watching stuff, making reaction videos, is that then all my time that I would normally spend on the internet, on YouTube, watching stuff, watching interviews, watching, like, then now all that time I spent making the videos. So then stuff like that I normally would, this would be like, of course I should know that. But now I have not even heard about it. So is that that movie is out already, right? What is that movie called? I love both of them, those actors. There's a clip of Vince and Ray talking about hate comments regarding Pluribus. It's hilarious. I feel like the show has got so much love, but people who like it generally don't comment online. Yeah, it's. What is the clip? Do you remember when they were talking about it? I don't think I have seen that. I would love to see that. It's I don't know. It's strange to me. That's why for me making reaction videos is good, because that means that I can say all the especially positive things that I think about the show. I can say it out loud and I can put it out there, and that's my platform to do that. But then, yeah, I don't think I do enough of the commenting on things and commenting positive things. But I think it is with everything that, like, the positive comments always, like, there's always fewer. There's always more of the people who are just who have problems in their own lives, who are just sad, mad, whatever, and then they just put it out like that. And it's sad, because then when we read, like, comment sections anywhere, it's just a terrible place to be, because it's usually just negative stuff. It was a part of big interview. I can link it. Yeah, thank you. That would be awesome. I really want to see it. I love interview things. I had some thought, or I wrote down some questions about the finale, or things that I had thought of. I will read through, or I don't know if it makes sense to go by one, but I'm just gonna, like, go through these and talk about a little, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I tried to pick things that I didn't talk about in the video. I was writing these when I was watching other people. I was watching Pete doing his live. I want to say Pete Peppers, right? Peppers. I was watching the recording of his live, and that made me think of things again and whatever. And I was writing some things down. I think the question of how do you think Carol would have acted in season 1 if Helen didn't die? I think that's very interesting, because or even comparing her to Kusimayu, who we saw now in the beginning of the finale, that Helen seems like she didn't have any, family. She did. We have only heard about her mom. We don't know about her dad, or if she had any siblings or anything. But it seems like she wasn't very close with them. The cousin too, she hadn't seen since 2005 or something. And she wasn't very interested in seeing him. Of course, he's part of the hive, so why would she want to see him? And it doesn't seem like she had many friends or anything. Like, there was, when you think of community around Kusimayu, we saw it now in the beginning of this episode, how different that is to the community not around Carol, because she doesn't have, like, Helen was the only one and now she's dead as well. Like, how differently she would have acted if A, she had people around her, or B, like, sorry, I lost my thought. Or, yeah, well, if Helen hadn't died. Yeah, like how, in many ways we saw her, or in many ways I think it would be the same, or she would be the same, because we saw her in Norway. like 7 years before or something. And she seemed like our Carol, even back then. But I think it was very interesting to see Kusimayu in the village because you can see the community around her. It's general online media discourse. The toxic minority is just 5%, and it does not represent the whole community. Yeah, it's so true. But they're loud, and it's sad. I mean, it's good to get feedback, of course. But I hope that they also, the creators of the show, that they also find the good stuff. Because so many people really, really like this show. I think it's evident that she would be more receptive to joining it if Helen was there to guide her that way, right? I would think so too. I don't know if she still would join, but I'm sure she would be a lot more open to it. Maybe Carol would have wanted to be with Helen and join the hive if Helen hadn't died. Yeah, I believe that she would have eventually wanted to join the hive if they hadn't stolen her eggs and injected a feeling of betrayal in Carol. Yeah, I know. I think the scene or the montage of her or like their holiday stuff now in this episode, it had a feeling of like, could this go into her actually wanting to switch? Even though in episode 8 we did have her, making sure that they understand that she's not giving up. But I wonder if in a weak moment she might have. If there was more time, shows had more time to, because at the same time it's only been like 60 days, 70 days. Even though of course that's a long time to be alone and be without contact to other humans and all this. But then now she has contact with Manusus and Jose. Would she, I don't know, would she like actually decide to do it yet? I don't know. What do you guys think? What are questions that you have in your mind about the show? Because that was one on the list. How do you think the hive people will react when they wake up and realize they've been drinking human juice for the last year? Because I think this is in some ways going to go into that at least some people will start, like, if not turning back, that they will be somehow able to communicate with them. And then when they realize what they have done, and they realize how like what has happened in the world, and that you have been part of that one mind that has done that, I don't know how crazy people are gonna go. I don't know, it's just interesting to think about it. The look on Carol's face when she said, "If you loved me, you wouldn't do this." I could see the life-giving love that Carol had let in, just dying in front of us. It's so true. That look was so good. But these are the kinds of things that I really now want to also, that's why I want to rewatch the show, because I want to like focus. Not that I'm not focusing when I'm watching it, of course. I think maybe even more I'm focusing, but I don't know. Now that I know what's happening, it's going to be easier to go back and look at details, look at everything, like, with time. What kind of person do you think Jose used to be before joining? She was on the run from something, or maybe a trafficked person. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I'm sure it was something dark. Um, thanks for the chat, everyone. I have to go. All the best for the. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Yeah, the way she looked when we saw her for the first time. The fact that she has now said it, we know that she's from Poland. Like Carolina is the actress. But she was in Morocco. The way she was dressed, that could be so many things. I agree with that it was probably something dark. I agree with that. That would be because she is such a, Jose so like all of them are. And that's the shows that we have now gotten to know and learned to love, those who love her like me. I think that twist has to be that then when we learn who she really is, that she's nothing like the shows that we have known so far. Yeah. And why why did she look like the way she did in the beginning? Because I think even the other people, I'm trying to think back to episode 2 now in the beginning when we see her and then we just see her leave when they're putting the bodies in the milk truck and whatever. The other people who were there was one guy I think helping her, and then one guy who came with the scooter that she then took and left with. Did those people look like relatively like clean and normal? Because if they were also like really dirty and stuff, then it would make more sense that if she lives in a place like that where there is a lot more dust and whatever. I don't know what she was wearing though. Like that of course is another thing, but like the dirtiness and everything of her, is that just from like clearing out these dead bodies for days, or 1 day, 2 days? Or was it like, did she look like that already when everything went down? A Polish national emerging from the Moroccan desert. There's a story there. I know. I can't wait. I would love to see some short backstory for a few of them next season. Me too. And I would like to think that is what is happening. Because I would think everyone is curious. What was Manusas like before? Do you think Manusas has a family or had a family? Like was he married? Kids? Anything like this? Or was he a loner? He seems kind of a loner, based on how we have seen him react to Carol and the hive and everything. But yes, I would love to know. I would love to see I think maybe I said this in the video, but I would love to see the joining moment from the point of view of the other survivors. And then I would love to see flashbacks to the people who have joined, like Josa. Like, what was she like before joining? Maybe she was a spy agent or an actress or a criminal, but spy would be more interesting. Spy would be very interesting. I would love that. Yeah, imagine if she was just an actress. That she's in some movie and this is her costume, and then this is just what she's left with in the world after the world has ended and she has become one of the hive. That would be hilarious. We're all here like, why was she so dirty? Why was she wearing that? And then it's like, no, she literally just walked off set. Like that. But spy would be fun. I would love that. It probably wasn't intentional, but that pillow you were holding in the finale matched the colors of the show. I wish I could say it was intentional. I don't even, the pillow is on the other side of the room. I do feel like I need a pillow for these shows for some reason. I feel like I get so violent. I'm not a violent person, I promise. But when something like this happens that gives like makes me have big emotions about it, and it's fun to be a little extra too in the videos. Um to really show how I feel because for Finnish people it is quite hard in general to show what you really are feeling and thinking. Um, so that it is fun to be a little um, extra in the videos, and the pillow really helps. I can punch it and like hug it and whatever. But I do love that. Ah, you do pound your fists a lot, but that's a good thing. I know. I yeah, my wife was saying that like in some of the videos before when in the beginning when I started. She's like, it is you who is in the videos. It's not like you are a different person, but it is definitely like a heightened version of me. I don't like pound my fists usually. But I love that the colors matched. I didn't even think about that, but it's true. Um, like the pink umbrella and there's blue in it and stuff. Maybe that's why I chose that photo for the thumbnail, them under the umbrella, because it has like the blue sky and that's great. Uh, just popped in to say hi and that I love you. Love your in-depth reactions to the Fallout series. Looking forward to more. Thank you very much. Thanks for popping in, and I will get back to now that I've filmed all of Severance. I think tomorrow I might, before going into edit, or I don't know. I never know. If I had an editor, this would be very different. But I'm like, I need to choose. Do I film just more without editing and posting, or do I film one, edit, post, film one, But I will get back to Fallout. I'm very excited, hoping for no more lizard things. But I can't wait to watch more Fallout. I'll be mad if they do that first episode though. The throwback. What is that? Flashback. Throwback Thursday. Flashback thing. I want to know more about the nuke first episode. I know, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is very like what Severance does too. Is that when you think that now next episode I can't wait to know more about this, and then they go to some completely different direction. In that, I feel like the pillows, the stripes are too busy for the camera. But yeah, the fact that she says she has an A bomb, what does that mean? Do you guys think it's an actual A bomb? I want to know about that too. What is going on, and what are her and Manusas going to talk about now? Maybe she's probably a lot more patient with Manusas right now. Probably actually wants to hear what he has to say, what he has studied and learned. So yeah. You are a passionate, intense person. In the videos, I am. Yeah, I do get very passionate about these shows. Which is also why I'm like, I don't want to then be watching shows that I'm not passionate about, because then I feel bad that I'm like super passionate for some shows, and then some shows like it's hard to pretend that I'm really passionate about it if I'm not actually passionate about it. But that's also hard. You can't know if you're gonna like something before you actually watch it. Even if many people recommend it, it could be that I don't, for some reason, feel passion towards it. But yeah. It feels like we all need more scenes of shows. People keep pointing out my mispronunciation of Zoja. I hear it, especially now that people pointed it out and I was editing the final or the finale. I was like, oh my God, please get it right. And I don't get it right like once. For me, it's very hard. In Finnish, we don't use the letter Z. So even just the sound, I mean, we don't use the sound sh either. So, so the fact that it's Zosha, it's two sounds that for me or I don't know, they sound too similar to me maybe, or not even that they sound similar, but anyways, whatever. But we do need more Zosha. Zosha, would that be good? I mean, anyone from Poland here know how to actually pronounce it. I'm not violent, just always need something to punch. Exactly. Is that me? A little bit. Do you miss Legends of Tomorrow? Oh, I love this question. I really miss Legends of Tomorrow. For those who don't know, Legends of Tomorrow is the reason why I started making reaction videos during COVID. It's I don't know if I have a problem with Legends because it is one of my favorite shows ever, and it's an insane show. But I know it's not like, I know the budgets are not crazy. I know it's not like good quality television, unlike Pluribus, for example. So that's why for me, like plugging Legends right now feels bad if people here are here for Pluribus, which is a completely different type of show. But I do really miss Legends. I miss talking to the fans about the show. The fandom was quite small and very tight. Like everyone knew each other, or not everyone knew each other, but like a big group of us um, knew each other quite well. And then doing my lives, talking to other fans about the show and everything, I really miss that. And I think it's just not fair leaving shows that are in season 7, leaving them on a cliffhanger and then canceling the show. I just don't think that's fair. So I'm not happy with the way that it ended. And I wish that they would do more. But I don't know if they will. But if they do, I will 100% react to it. I love that cast. I love that show. They're all so nice. And yeah. So if anyone wants a crazy superhero time travel show to watch that is like actually insane, you should watch DC's Legends of Tomorrow. You do have an editor. She's just lacking off. I know. Where is she? She should be working. It's not midnight yet. Only in 2 minutes. I think it is an actual nuke. Yes. Yeah, because I've also seen some people be like, maybe it's not an actual, like she just says it's an atom bomb, but it's not actually an atom bomb. I'm like, why would she say it's an atom bomb? To Manuso especially, who will take everything very literally, I believe. But what do you think her plan is with it? Like why does she have an atom bomb? Why did she ask for it? Why did she get it? Do we have any thoughts? The door is so loud every time someone slams it downstairs. Sorry. And now I don't have our door in between closed, so it's very loud here. Oh, here's the podcast and the timestamp for the Vince clip. Okay, good. Wait, I don't know if I see the link, or is it somewhere else? Maybe it's good if it's not in this chat. You can send it to me on Instagram. Or you can comment on the video of the finale or something. Big money doesn't mean great TV. Just look at the Rings of Power, a $1 billion shit. Yeah. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Um, it's hard when it's like uh, when you watch shows that you really, really love, but you at the same time know that this is not this is not great. Like this is just silly and crazy, and I love it, but it's not great. So it's hard to like recommending it to other people. I'm like, because now like recommending Pluribus for someone, for example, I could be like, this show is freaking fantastic. You really should watch it. List all the things and know that if they don't get it, that it's their fault, you know, because it's actually a really good quality show. Recommending Legends to someone, uh, and if they don't like it, I don't know if I can say that it's their fault. um, but but you should check it out. It's hard to explain, but it is it is like I just love it. Legends saved me during COVID. Yeah, well, there we go. I think it was a thing for a lot of people during COVID, and even before that. I think the representation in it is like all the characters are, I don't know. I feel like the queer representation in that show was off the charts. They also have like the captain of the time ship. She's bisexual and married to, in the end, married to a woman. So they had two captains who are both women. And then I feel like everyone in the crew is a little bit queer. That and then like they're just such different. There's like they have the first ever Muslim superhero in that show, for example. Like a lot of really, really great stuff that people really feel like it's a safe show. And then I think, especially because of the cast and the creators of the show who are very in touch with the fans, like me, who was making little reaction videos like I'm making now of Pluribus and Fallout and Severance and these other shows. But when I'm making of a small show, the fact that they have all the writers, showrunners, actors have seen my videos and watched them. And then when I meet them in cons or when I've interviewed them and whatever, they've been like, "We love your videos." And then I'm like, this is crazy. And they're not like that just for me. They're like that for everyone who is there. Everyone who is like, um, gotta go. Okay, bye, 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 bye. Thanks for being here. But yeah, anyways, I think that's also one of the reasons why people feel like it's such a comfort show, because the people who are making it love the show so much, and they love the fans and love talking to the fans. And yeah. Anyways, Vince said that they do know what they are going to do with it, but obviously won't say. Yeah, with the atom bomb. There's a number of different uses they can have for it. Carol with her atom bomb everywhere just in case the hive tries to turn her. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That like now that she's with Menusa, she has the bomb in case they try and do something, come too close, and she'll be like, up, 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 up. Remember the bomb in the front yard? The atom bomb is to destroy the giant antenna the hive told Carol they have to build and save the next planets. The words giant antenna are literally in the biggest letters in her whiteboard. That is so true. I do like this theory. Or I don't know if I like it, but I agree with it. That would make so much sense. Sorry. That would make so much sense that she would use it for the antenna. How else is she going to destroy it? But yeah, that's a good one. It's hard for me also when on YouTube especially, people usually have like the handle is not their name often. Some people, of course, have their name, but most people have like cool things in their handle. Do you call it a handle? Whatever. And then I, of course, don't know people's names. Yet, at least. Unless you would like to tell them. You can, but you, of course, don't have to. But then it's also, I can't address people because it takes me like 15 minutes to even understand what the name is to be able to say it out loud. But anyways. Rings of Power, like ridiculously bad, like unintentionally hilariously funny bad. Yeah, that's also when something is like bad in a way that it's funny when it's not supposed to be funny. It's a bad feeling watching those things. And that's what I mean. Well, maybe that's not what I mean. With Legends, I'm like, would someone watch it and just laugh at the badness of it and not the actual jokes that I would think are funny, that they're meant to be funny? Like, not laughing at the things that are actually supposed to be funny, but then laughing at the things that are not supposed to be funny, just to laugh at the show. But yeah, I have not seen Rings of Power, and now I don't think I need to. Have you watched the ending of Stranger Things? Yeah, this is also a good question for this group. I have not. Last night we were up so late because the new episode, the last episode, came out at 4 a.m. We were awake still at 3. Well, it was New Year's, so yes. And then my wife was like, "Do you want to stay up to watch the new episode or the last episode?" And I'm like, "We still have 3 episodes that we haven't watched." For Volume 2, we only watched 1 episode so far. So I have not seen the ending yet. But yes, I will be excited to watch it. I haven't been like madly impressed by this last season. I think it's I think I'm a little bit in that boat with Stranger Things, that I loved the first season, and then after that I feel like every season has been the same, even though I know it hasn't. And there are, of course, standout moments. But if I had to say right now what happens in season 2, what happens in season 3, I couldn't name a single thing. It's very hard for some reason, the show, for me to like, for things to stick. It's very memorable as a whole, but I think details all go like woo to me. But I will still finish it, and I will enjoy it and watch the last 4 episodes now, I guess, then. Oh, thank you for the it's also confusing for me because my YouTube is in Finnish. So then when I'm like, what is this even called in English? Like a gift card? Or you like gifted one membership for my channel. So thank you so much for doing that. And congratulations to Amber for getting it. Yeah. I feel bad with those two because I'm so stuck with Severance now, because Severance is the one that I would post like 3 episodes beforehand for the members and then for Patreon, and now I've been stuck with that for like 2 weeks at least. So I'm like, I feel bad to even mention like, go and check out my Patreon when there's like nothing there for you to get your money's worth. But I do really appreciate people who support and want to still subscribe. If the virus is airborne, I can see Carol having to wear a face mask. That's true. I could see her in a full body, like a space suit, around Manusas, so that they won't be infected. Rings of Power is unfortunately a hard pass. Yeah. So everyone here now, the 11 people, don't watch it. Or if you have watched it and liked it, please let us know. Because then I might have to watch it. No, I'm kidding. Um, at least Legends didn't try to be too serious and laughed at themselves. That Bebo fight in season 3 was hilarious but great. That is the thing. If a show is laughing at itself, they know that they are not the Pluribus of that time. They know what they are, and then they make fun of themselves. They make fun of the channel in the show. They make fun of everything, like that's true. When they don't take themselves seriously, and they really don't take themselves too seriously, that's what makes it great. The Bebo fight, yes, is one of my favorite things ever. Because the show starts quite serious. If anyone here is interested in watching Legends of Tomorrow, I would say skip the first 2 seasons. I don't know if that's a good thing to do. Maybe it is good to try to power through it, but I think it only starts in season 3. Stranger Things is like a fever dream in my memory too. Yeah, I've heard this from many people. Which is weird, I think. Why is it like that? The Stranger Things writers had initially planned only for 1 season, but then it got popular and they had no clue what to do with it. Is this real, or is this like we think that this is? Because that sounds about right. That sounds like it makes sense. That they're still going even though the kids are like 30 and they're pretending to be like 13 or whatever, And yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. Yeah. Oh, Stranger Things. But we will all watch it anyway. And it looks cool. A lot of money, looks awesome. And I like, even if I don't understand what is happening, even if I've seen the whole show, I will still enjoy it. It is the only way I can find to pay you back a little for all you do for us. Oh, thank you very much. I haven't figured out yet, and or we have talked about it. I have figured it out, but I can't receive any super chat payments or anything in here yet, or any money from YouTube yet, because whatever. Anyways, but I really appreciate it. Thank you. Maybe Carol told them to destroy the eggs before asking for the nuke. This is what they were talking about in Pete's the recording that I watched. That if Carol asked for them to not use the eggs, if Carol was like, "Give me my eggs," that maybe someone was also saying in one of my videos. Was it a Pluribus video when I was doing a lot of this commenting? 6, 7. Because I was about to do it again. I think in the same analogy too, of if they're the main point, what they're doing, what the hive is doing, is the spreading the virus, getting everyone on board, and then sending it to the other planets and whatever. But then they also have that they want to please everyone, all the uninfected people. That possibly or probably the first one is still more important. So if Carol is like, "Give me my eggs bag," even though they want to do what she wants and they need to listen to her kind of and want to make her happy, but still it's more important to them to spread the virus, and they can't spread the virus to Carol without the eggs. So yeah. Maybe she would have asked for the eggs, or for them to destroy them and then get the nuke. That's true. Or maybe now that she has the nuke, she's gonna blackmail them that you need to give me my eggs or I blow up the antenna. The OG movies were great, but Rings of Power is like Carol said, meh. That's true. I love the way she said meh. That's also sad if the books are really good and then you make a show about it. Oh no, sorry, the movie. Yeah. That the movie, like the original stuff was good, and then they make like remake, and then the remake is crap. Um, I don't think they would destroy the eggs. It's more important for them to turn her. Yeah, like maybe they wouldn't listen to her, do what she wants. Um, that's a lot of shows. 30-year-olds pretending to be kids. It's so true. It is true. It happens a lot. But I feel like in Stranger Things now, and people talk about it so much, that I feel like it's so obvious with some of them, um, that it is kind of funny. And because people point it out so much that then I focus on it too. Maybe more than I should. Have I watched Doctor Who? I have watched some of it. There's so much of Doctor Who that if someone asks, have I watched Doctor Who? I feel like I should say no. When I lived in England for a little bit, I was watching it with my host family because they were watching it. And they were showing me some like other seasons too and stuff. So I've seen the David Tennant stuff, some of it. And then with Matt Smith. Those are the two doctors that who I have like watched stuff. Oh. Doctor Who is also a crazy show. But it didn't like yeah. I guess it says something that I have watched just something and not all of it. That I didn't then go back to. I need to watch this from the beginning so I know everything. I think it would be fun to watch it like in real time when you know that like the whole nation in England is watching it with you. Or I don't know if they are still, but at least it used to be such a thing that everyone watches. Still, even if they planned one season, season 4 was so good. I don't know what happened in season 5. See, even you saying season 4 was so good. What happened in season 4 of Stranger Things? I can't tell you. I couldn't. What season is the one with the mall, for example? I have no idea. No, but 4 ends with Eddie, right? Yeah. And then there was the people dying like that. That's true. It was good. Season 5, I feel like it should, like, whatever we have seen so far, whatever I have seen so far, it could have been one episode. I don't know why it has been 4 or 5 even. Do you think Carol's novels, Why Carol, have an answer or will give a clue for the salvation? Also, fun fact that Why Carol might have been inspired by Carolina Widger's name. Carol, which that's true. That's very similar to. And then I also saw someone. I think maybe that was in Pete's live where I saw it. That someone was like, "Is it just a coincidence that Why Carol is so close to Why Carol?" Anyway, I don't know where that would go, but I thought that was funny. Yeah, the Why Carol books, I would I think that we have they were also talking now I'm just referencing everything they were saying in the live. But they were also talking about the fact with Pete about the sorry, it's too late for me. My brain stops working. This is a part of the video that I would cut out, but now it's alive, so I can't cut it out. But they were talking about the Why Carol books and being like, could Carol, because the Hive seemed like they were actually excited to read new books, that they're actual fans. So is it possible that Carol can somehow use the books to almost manipulate the hive, that they read her books being like so excited to have new books, and then whatever she writes in them would influence the hive in some way? I don't know. I think Why Carol will be the next adaptation that Vince Gilligan will do. See, I want to say that's what I want to see, but I don't know if I want to see that. I mean, only if Carolina is playing Raban. There is a chapter available of Why Carol on Apple Books on Read. It says Raban does not recognize Lucatia, foreshadowing Josa might come out of Hive and may not recognize Carol. Yeah. I need to get that that chapter and actually read it, because people keep talking about it and I feel like I'm not a real fan because I haven't read it. But yes, I would imagine there's a lot of because I keep saying it that I think this show doesn't do anything just accidentally, or well, we'll just do this and it'll be something random. I think even those things, even though we hear just one part of one chapter from the book in the first episode when Carol reads it, the fact that they then released the book for real fans to read, I would be very surprised if the story in it had nothing to do with the story that will happen in the actual show. So yeah, that of course, if Josa wakes up, she's not going to recognize Carol. That is crazy to think about. And I kind of really want that to happen, even though I love them together on some level. But I would really love that to happen and see what that does to Carol. And then seeing the relationship be built all over again, but it will probably look very, very different. Prime is giving him $1 billion for the budget. What, for White Caro? No, wait. Yeah. It's also fun that the show has actors named Carolina and Carlos and a character called Carol. That's so true. I get confused sometimes when I talk about them, the actors, and then the characters. I don't know if it's happened in the videos. I don't think so. But the fact that Zoja is Carolina, and then we have Carol, yeah, and then Carlos Manuel. That's true. That is funny. I bet it would be better than Rings of Power, the Waikaro show. I'm reading between the lines, not even between the lines. I'm reading from the lines that the bar is not very high. Do we know what the countdown is leading to? You mean the countdown from, because we see the what day we are in and stuff? I've also seen that people talk about that, we started from minus 300 and something or 400 something days, or where did we start from in the first episode? My memory is so bad. When when they first saw the code, and now it's counting up. Yes. So I've heard people say that it where we started from the minus 400 whatever, then we go to 0 when the thing happens, episode 1, and then that we're going up to the same amount, 400 something or 300 something. What was it? The first number, that it's it needs to match, and then something big is gonna happen that day when we get to the day 400 or whatever. The countdown is pretty simple, I guess. It counted down to D-Day, and now it's moving up. That's what I think too. I think it is there just for the. I would like to think that it has some, like something is going to happen in some specific day, but I also think it is just easier for the storytelling. Like, for example, now when we saw in the finale, we saw Kusimayu in the beginning and it was day 71. I have no memory of this. But then we went like back in time and then we're matching the time again in the Carol timeline. And I think it's just like to make it more clear for us, like what day and what time are we in right now. And then to see the time jumps too. For me, at least, the time jumps are always like really shocking. Like, why did we jump 20 days? What has happened and where are we now? But I would like to think that there's some like something big with it too, that like when we hit a certain time, something big happens. Um Honestly, I was expecting Carol doing a play of White Caro. Fingers crossed for season 2. It'd be fun to see. I would love to see that. And Zosha is gonna be in it. uh ha- Carol can use the Hive to film White Caro movies. She could. I want to see how good of acting the Hive would be if they did this, for example, a production of Waikaro. Would they be good actors? Because they have all good actors in here, but I feel like their empathy or their humanness levels are so low that I don't know how they would be as actors. And use the best directors. Yeah, exactly. Um, Zoshin might not even know English, and then there will be a three-way translator scene between Carol Manuzas and Zosha. That would be funny. Um, yeah, that would be really funny. I I would like to think that because in the beginning we talked about it, we brought it up that there's 12 other survivors. And then Carol asks how many of them speak English. I want to talk to them, not the ones who don't speak English, because then we need you to translate. We have already like covered that, like gone to that space. I would not be surprised if then whenever Zoja is turned back or somehow whatever, that then we would like see that problem in reality for us because then it's actually our problem because we know and love that character. That now Carol can't talk to her without the Hive. I think that would be great. Not great, but great. Yeah. If Zoja is a spy though, now I'm gonna struggle with the name every time because now I overthink it. If Zosha is a spy, she might speak languages. That's true. I would like to go with the spy theory. And I would like to imagine that she speaks English. Even if it's in the same level as Menusos. Um, I think it would be really cool if there was a cold open where the countdown read like minus 600 years and that showed Kepler 22 when the signal was said. That's true. Yes. Oh my god. Because I'm really interested now in the Kepler 22b as well. I'm guessing we will never see it. What would we even see there? How would I don't know, but I'm very, very interested. It would be fun to see where it came from and what did that planet look like when they were sending it. If everyone on the planet was already Like, is that the original, or has it come from other planets to there, you know? Or is Kepler 22 where the virus originated from? That's the real question, too. Yeah, the countdown makes it easy to make flashbacks and flash forwards, like in the Norway scene. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Now I want Carol casting the parts. I know, right? Maybe some cameos of celebrities as well. That would be hilarious. I would love for us. I would guess that because the first season was so successful, I would be surprised if season 2 didn't have a lot more famous cameos than just the mayor of Albuquerque and John Cena. Or have we had other ones? But I think that would be really funny. And I would bet that they are wanting to do that at least. What do you think of the theory where the way Carol can disconnect Zosha from the hive? The mango story, like how Manusos tried on Rick, but he knew nothing personal from Rick. Carol knows personal memories from Zosha. I like that. I like that because. Sorry, I'm just reading if anyone else is saying anything about that. I had chills in that moment when Manusos is talking to Rick because he's so gentle and so like, at least for me, it felt like he's doing something. He's not just like messing around, you know? He's not just like, no, I want to do this. Like he actually feels like he actually knows what he's doing in some level. Carol needs a lot of mango ice cream. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Because now Carol is going to be with Manusos in her house. He's going to tell her all about the radio stuff and what he was trying to do before she came in and shut the hole in the wall in the house where he's living in. You know, that of course she's in that state. She's not going to listen to anything he has to say. Now she probably will listen to what he has to say. And he's going to explain, like, okay, so I have this theory that I have now also tested. You were there, but you did not care. So let me explain it to you. And then she explains it. I'm not sure if I fully understood what it was or what was happening, but I think he thinks that he has the radio and he can hear the in the radio when the hive is awake. When he yells at them, they go into the shaking state, and then it's like radio silence for the hive. So then maybe the real people inside the person are somehow able to listen or something. Yeah. So if he tells her that and she's like, wait, so we could talk to Josa, for example. I know some stuff that we could try and say to her. I like this idea. Because the mango story, the way she was talking about it and everything felt so like, it's not like this happened to me once. You know, it was like the way she was talking about it, the emotion that was in her when she's describing this ice cream and this day and this guy and this whatever, you know, the ships and everything, that it felt so big and emotional to her. Not in sad way emotional, but like a lot of big emotions about this mango ice cream. That, talking about that while the radio signal is silent, that is a very good idea. I like this. It is completely covered with water, so the inhabitants may be like mollusks, like squid or cuttlefish. Yeah, the Kepler 22. I know. That's why I'm like, I want to see it, but do I? It's gonna be an episode just like fish. Do you believe there's actual life on planets like Kepler 22 in reality. Like in reality, reality, or in the show? I think in the show anything is possible. But I feel like they I don't know, because I don't see this show going into like, let's go on the like alien planets and see what's there. And then try to make it like, because then they need to visually build that, or like, I don't know what that story would be. There has to be something there if the signal came from there, though, right? And it can't be just some little fish working together. you know? There needs to be something intelligent to be able to make that kind of signal, right? Yeah, exactly. They're going to need a big budget to show dolphin people of the water planet. That's right. That's going to be a very different show. It's going to be like Little Mermaid or something. Hmm. Oh, he might have been able to reach Rick with an individual memory. Yeah. Yeah, because Rick didn't in any way respond or react, right? He wasn't in any way like, he was just shaking. Like Zosha was too, or like we've seen before. But what do you think would happen if they would, like, if now we would try this, Carol would try this. We're not going to try it. But Carol will try this with Zosha somehow. Ask her to come back again. I have a little theory I want to test. That she would tell the mango story or something. How would Zosha then talk to her, or would just that story then all of a sudden wake her up as the old Zosha? There was a theory that the radio Manusas found is the joined people screaming for help. Imagine. Maybe people who sent the signal are humanity from the future. Yeah, that's also what I've seen. That maybe it's that theory, that maybe it's not coming from the planet, maybe it's like coming from another time. Or coming from Earth. Yeah, from Earth, but just from another time. And then just the only, like, we just see it and we go like, oh, that's 600 light years away, so it comes from this planet, even though it doesn't. Yeah. But yeah, because the mango story, it was like a big moment that I'm like, I would like to think that that had something to actually do with something. Even though it was an important scene already, that we saw her tell something so personal about herself, and then Carol being so like, thank you for telling me. So it was already important. But if that would actually, have more to it, that would make sense. That then we would use that mango story in the future. We are possibly not seeing aliens. Vince defines the show as study of happiness, and the show is definitely has more philosophical, psychological aspect than sci-fi. Yeah, I agree. But I like the balance that we still have the sci-fi element there, but we're just not tapping into it. I kind of like that. So that's why I don't think that we're going on some other planet. I might be wrong, but Vince has said this. He is the king of this world. He makes the decisions. Have you seen Good Place? The Good Place? No, I have not seen The Good Place. The Good Place, is that the one with Kristen Bell, and Ted, what's his face? Why do I not know his last name? I have not seen it. I have heard things about it. If this is wait, let me check now. Is my camera still gonna stay on if I The Good Doctor? No. The Good Place. Fantasy. Yeah, it is this one. I have not seen it. Shall I add it to the list? You should see it. Okay, good. Thank you. I will. Is that good for reaction, or is that like I watch it on my own? Because I also like watching stuff on my own, or like with my wife. It's 2026 and we're talking about outer space and alien tech. I'm here for it. We'll see. We'll see what is happening. Maybe they're in the sunken place, seeing everything. Them who is in the hive. Yeah, that they are somewhere seeing what is happening and understanding everything, and then when they come back, they will be like, "Thank God I got out," and they have memories of everything that has happened. I got to go. Oh, Happy New Year! Thanks for being here. I will probably end this soon too. It's been an hour and 40 minutes, and it's 12:40 a.m. The minimum 2-year wait for Pluribus is gonna be hell. I know. But at least for me, and hopefully for everyone, there is so many other good things to watch in the meantime, to get really hooked in, to get really excited about, and then all of a sudden we're gonna be like, oh, Pluribus is back already. I would like to believe that. Also, food is in every episode. What if aliens sent the signal to make food for themselves out of people? Like when people are happy, the food is tastier. Well, in some ways, we are already eating or drinking people. Yeah, I wonder if the milks are different tastes. Lol. Maybe not for reaction. 30-minute episodes. Okay, good. That's a good place. I will definitely check it out. I always I want new short comedies in my life. Those are perfect for like us, for example. Every time we eat, every time we have a meal, lunch or dinner, we watch one episode of Modern Family. Because I have not watched. I've seen stuff and I've seen some episodes, but I have not like watched Modern Family. So now we're watching Modern Family. So that's maybe Good Place. The Good Place could be a good one for that after we're done with freaking 11 seasons, or how many seasons are Modern Family. I gotta go to. It's 4 a.m. in India. You are up at 4 a.m. Happy New Year, and we'll be waiting for your new reactions to drop. Thank you so much for being here and for staying awake. Maybe you could review The Good Place after watching the whole show. Yeah, I think about review videos. I think I think the reason why I make reaction videos instead of reviews is because reviews would be so much easier. Is because I think too little of myself, in the sense that I don't think I will have much to say. Like, why would anyone watch me talk about a show after I have seen it? I think I am at my best when I'm watching it and commenting it as it's happening, and like doing jokes and whatever when it's happening, and then talking before and after. But I'm like, imagine if all my videos were just the talking after the episode. If people would want to see that, then of course. But I feel like for me, I'm still a little bit like, why would anyone watch that? I think and also my memory is really bad. So I might have watched something and then I'm like, that's why it's good to pause and comment in the middle, because I will forget by the end of the episode already what has happened. I thought you were about to be out of the hive for a minute. My brain is breaking. Yes, but I could do review things. It would be a lot easier. I think I've done more like very short clips and stuff for TikTok of different things that I haven't reacted to, but I'm like that I watch that I would recommend for people. It's also hard for me to decide between, because Instagram is where everything used to happen when I was doing Legends of Tomorrow reactions and things. I was on Instagram. It was like everything was happening there, and Twitter. And now, because I don't have a specific show, I just have a lot of shows. So I don't have a specific group of people that I'm communicating with, like other fans. So I don't have a specific place where I talk to people. I just kind of go like nothing is happening on Instagram at the moment. So if I post one thing, no one sees it and no one cares. Like I post like some clips of my reactions to these shows that I reacted to right now, and it has like 1 or 2 likes. I'm like, literally no one cares. And then one of the like, I don't know if you saw that, but one of the videos I tagged Carolina and probably others too in it. I made a reel of the moment when I like when Shosa comes back, Zosha comes back in the end of Abysson. 7, 8. What is happening? Anyways, that clip. And then Carolina Witra liked it. And she was like the only one for a while who had liked that one fucking video. And I'm like, this is so stupid. And then TikTok, there's a lot more happening, but I feel like their people are more like, and they don't actually care. So I'm like, there's too many platforms to choose from, and I haven't really found my place yet where I should like, I mean, YouTube, of course. But if I would do like recaps or reviews, I'm like, is that a YouTube thing or is that a TikTok thing? I don't know. But yeah, I will definitely think about the review things of different shows or movies even that I've watched or whatever. Watch, comment, review is the best way. I think so too. It's annoying to make because of the copyright things. But yeah, I think so too. Have you seen Orphan Black? No. Have I seen like the first episode maybe? Is that one? Or is that some other show? I don't think I have seen it. Is this a recommendation as well? I don't like dropping in random questions since you're talking about Pluribus, but I'd like for you to see Mr. Robot. It has 5 seasons. No, that's okay. We can talk about anything. As you see, we have talked about a lot of random things. Mr. Robot, yeah, I've seen a lot of the people whose reaction videos I watch, that they have reacted, or not a lot, but like some few of them have reacted to Mr. Robot as well. I have not seen Mr. Robot, but I've been like, oh, this show keeps popping up. So that could definitely be on the list, the poll for like what to watch next. Carolina supporting everyone is great. It's so great. She's so nice. I'm like, the fact that there's 0 likes in that video and she went and liked it. I'm like, you don't have to do that. That's so nice. But I really like the vibe of this cast. That they really seem to like each other. That's really cool. I hope Ray and Carolina star in another movie together where they play an actual couple. Without all the complications with the hive and everything. I would like to see that. as well. In Carol's mind, they were a real couple. It's true. That's where the movies happen. Inside Carol's mind. Oh, Orphan Black has gays. I recommend at least for this queer couple. Okay. Now I'm interested. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Why do I not? I can't know anything. Everything. It's fine. Everything is fine. But that's a good recommendation. All right, 150. I think we're gonna wrap things up. I really appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much. It was so fun. It's nice to do these lives when there's like when it's chill, because when there's not too many people. I mean, I like if there was like 100 people here, of course, like I'm not saying that there shouldn't be, but when the chat is chill and I have time to read everything and answer everything, and like it's very nice. And thanks for being here on a New Year's Day, everyone. Have you seen Yellow Jackets? No. I know what it's about and I kind of know what's going on, but I have not watched it. I feel like I keep saying that I watch so many shows and I watch so much stuff, and then any show anyone asks, "Have you seen?" I'm like, "No, I haven't actually seen it." Yeah. Thank you for the stream. It was great to hear all your thoughts on everything. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. This was really fun. And I will do more of these, because this, of course, is the lightest way to make content for me when I don't need to edit and stuff. I can just be here and hang out and you guys chat with me. So that's, of course, really fun and nice. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm editing Severance stuff tomorrow, and from now, like, I will get those out, and then Fallout for those who are interested in those shows. And then we go into Dark and other things, but I think I will keep doing lives. Maybe Sunday, like when I used to do lives before, because of the time difference and whatever. Maybe Sunday is the day for lives for me. Like today was good because it's a day off, even though I know a lot of people are probably hangover and whatever today. But I will post when I will do more lives. So thanks for coming and hanging out. Good night, Finland. Yeah, exactly. It's 1 a.m. I will go to bed now. Thank you for being here, everyone. And I'll see you in the next videos and in the next live. Come and hang out if you can. And we'll talk about things, all the shows that I haven't watched. Yeah. Good night and see you next time. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. Bye, everyone. See ya. Bye.